explore the policies, scandals, and decisions that landed these leaders on our list. Remember, this is based on public opinion and historical analysis, so feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. The worst event of the Obama presidency was the Benghazi tragedy. This happened on September 11, 2012, at the U.S. consulate in Benghazi, Libya. Members of the terrorist group Ansar al-Sharia attacked the diplomatic compound in a pre-planned coordinated raid that killed Ambassador to Libya Christopher Stevens and a State Department worker named Sean Smith. There are many aspects of the attacks that came out in congressional investigations that looked at Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's purported failures and security lapses that led up to the tragedy. But the worst aspect of Benghazi and Obama's handling of the event had to be the craven and dishonest actions of Obama sycophant Susan Rice. Rice went on several television news programs and flat out lied about Benghazi and the origins of the attack in an attempt to cover up the causes and protect the president. The second most damaging scandal of Obama's presidency was the IRS effort to deny nonprofit tax designation to right-leaning groups who were part of the Tea Party movement against the president. The IRS looked at political themes that were considered anti-Obama in tax-exempt applications and purposely delayed or denied them the tax exemption. One of the worst things governments can do is to use a powerful agency like the IRS to punish political rivals, and that is just what the Obama administration did. Next up is the Solyndra scandal. Solyndra was a green energy company in California that made solar panels. Solyndra was a product of an Obama administration effort to promote renewable energy projects. In 2009, Obama's Department of Energy gave Solyndra $535 million in loan guarantees. The company later went bankrupt in 2011, and the Energy Department took a huge loss. This cost the U.S. taxpayers over $500 million. The FBI and Department of Treasury investigated the company's founders for wasteful spending. Solyndra was also probed for misstating its finances on its loan application to get favorable terms and the possibility that it may have conducted accounting fraud. The Solyndra fiasco showed that Obama wasn't as smart as the media thought he was. Next up, a true patriot, Donald Trump. However, for the purpose of this video, Trump's business dealings and financial interests in his presidency raised concerns about conflicts of interest and violations of the Emoluments Clause, which prohibits the president from accepting gifts or benefits from foreign governments. The administration's response to the pandemic was widely criticized for being slow, ineffective, and neglectful, leading to significant loss of life and economic hardship. Trump's use of executive orders and memoranda to bypass Congress and impose policies without democratic accountability was seen as an erosion of democratic norms and checks on executive power. Trump's presidency was marked by extreme polarization, with his supporters often feeling emboldened to engage in divisive rhetoric and behavior that contributed to a toxic political environment. Penultimately, we have Joe Biden. Biden's administration has faced criticism for its handling of the pandemic, particularly regarding vaccination distribution, mask mandates, and border closures. The administration's economic policies, such as massive stimulus packages and deficit spending, have been criticized for fueling inflation and increasing national debt. The Biden administration's handling of the southern border has been criticized for being ineffective in addressing the root causes of migration and for the humanitarian crisis faced by migrants and asylum seekers. The administration's support for a women's reproductive health care law that would allow states to restrict abortion access has been criticized by many pro-choice advocates. The administration's withdrawal from Afghanistan and the resulting humanitarian crisis, as well as its handling of conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East, have been criticized by some as chaotic and ineffective. Portraying America as weak to the world, which has led to the rise of several major powers who dislike America. Biden's presidency has been marked by deep divisions within his own party, with some Democrats criticizing his willingness to compromise with Republicans on certain issues. Biden's age and occasional gaffes have raised concerns about his mental fitness for office. Finally, the worst president of the 21st century. The invasion of Iraq in 2003, without a UN mandate and with flawed intelligence, led to a protracted and costly war that caused massive human suffering, displacement, and economic instability in the region. The Bush administration's authorization of torture techniques, such as waterboarding, and the establishment of secret prisons like Guantanamo Bay, violated international law and led to widespread human rights abuses. Bush's tax cuts for the wealthy and large corporations, combined with increased military spending, contributed to a growing national debt and widening income inequality. The administration's response to Hurricane Katrina in 2005 was criticized for being slow, inadequate, and ineffective, leading to significant loss of life and property damage. Bush's use of executive power to bypass Congress and push through his agenda was seen as an erosion of democratic norms and checks on executive authority. The administration was criticized for its secrecy and lack of transparency, particularly in matters related to national security and foreign policy. The Patriot Act and other surveillance programs were criticized for their overreach and potential for abuse, violating civil liberties and privacy rights. And there you have it, folks! Our review of the 2000s worst U.S. presidents. From George W. Bush's questionable foreign policy decisions to Barack Obama's lack of bold action on climate change, we've covered it all. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. We'd love to hear from you. Who do you think was the worst president of the 2000s? Let us know in the comments below.